Welcome to the Law Dad podcast brought to you by Pritchard Injury Firm. I'm Zach Pritchard, business owner, lawyer, husband, and very tired dad.
Dive into the heart of law and life with The Law Dad, Zach Pritchard, your guide through the world of injury law in North Georgia and Tennessee, where law, life, and leadership meet.
So the main goal of the podcast is pretty simple, just to share my own, I want to say struggles, and also give some inspiration for people who are just like me, a normal person who is working hard for their family, who is balancing a work-life balance, and really just share the journey. Because the journey, I think a lot of times people miss. And the journey is really what's the most important thing. We're always trying to get to some next goal or some next platform. But I think the journey is really what people miss and don't focus on. And I'm here to share with them what my journey is. This is hard. I don't know. Can you embrace the journey? Is there a work-life balance? Is there a time where your hair's not on fire? Is there a time where you can stop and smell the roses? I don't know. I mean, I have 5 minutes of that every week, and I'm exhausted. I love what I do so much. It's my passion. And some of it wears you out. I got to be honest with you. You're always learning. We're always getting better. That's what collaborating and working with friends and going to seminars is for. But I don't need to be reading law books at night. I need to be a husband and a dad. I need to be refreshed when I come back so I can fight my best for my clients. I know the law. And if there's something I need to know, I can look it up. I mean, that's that simple. I mean, I do research, but while I'm at work, I need to be working. And while I'm a dad, I need to be a dad. That's my biggest struggle, is wanting to be the best at both. The best. That's a never-ending struggle. And so stopping in the journey, I think you have to appreciate both of those and understand that those journeys sometimes clash. Those journeys sometimes take different paths, and it's okay, but you got to stop the one path and you got to jump onto the other one. It's time to be a dad, be a dad. When it's time to be, a business owner and a lawyer, a mentor. I'm a mentor, to my other attorneys, and you do that 100%, be in it. But when it's time to turn it off, 100% turn it off. That's easier said than done. So my name is Philip Zachary Pritchard. Why in the hell was that funny? The bar knows me as Philip Zachary Pritchard, but I go by Zach. I'm Zachary. I've been Zach my whole life. Up until about the age of 9, I lived in Smyrna, Georgia, which is in Cobb County, and then lived pretty much the remainder of my life here in Cartersville, obviously with the exceptions of law school and undergraduate. I'm married to Alexis, and I have 2 children, 2 girls, Avery, Claire, and Paige, or AC and Paige. They are for sure the best part of me. They're the best things since sliced bread. The best thing that you'll ever do is be a parent, and you can't understand that till you're a parent. I'm an attorney, and I love being an attorney. I'm a personal injury attorney. I wasn't always a personal injury attorney. I worked as a family and criminal law attorney for about the first 2 years of my practice. I did some juvenile law. I did also some general practice, a little bit of business type law. But mainly, I will say this, all of that previously got me in the courtroom and taught me how to be a litigator. That's really important because basically in what I do, although you don't want to have to go to court, although I don't want to have to always go try cases, it's a passion of mine. I like standing in front of people. I like telling them who I am. I like telling them about my client. You don't always want to have to do that because sometimes that can be unnerving for your clients. But the cool part is it's one of those prepare for war and pray for peace kind of thing. So if it ever has to go to war, if it ever has to go all the way, I know that my clients know that I'm ready. And so anyway, I like to try cases because I'm kind of a people person. I like to talk to people. And so that's a little bit about what I do. In personal injury specifically, unfortunately, I have the very hard task a lot of times of representing families and representing people who are catastrophically injured. That's kind of my forte, or would you say focus? Folks that, again, have lost their lives, or people who have been catastrophically injured and will never be the same. And so a lot of times we'll talk about a term called wrongful death. Somebody's death has been caused by negligence of another, and I represent those kinds of people. That's a big, I would say, a badge of honor. I think a lot of attorneys really don't fully understand when they say I'm a wrongful death attorney, what that entails and what that means. And, I think they're looking at a paycheck, and they're looking at something to stroke their ego, as opposed to understanding that if you're doing it right, you're going to leave a piece of yourself with that family, even when the case is gone. I carry those people around. It's a heavy burden. It's a heavy. But I think in order to tell their story, you've got to become part of their family. You got to become part of who that person was that you're representing. I'm an avid Georgia fan, so I love the Dogs. I love going to Sanford Stadium and watching the Dogs play, even though I don't get to do that as much. I get to play golf like twice a year, which is like terrible because I would love to play golf way more, but I don't get to play golf a whole lot. So Pritchard Injury Firm is now, which is kind of crazy. We've got 3 offices in 2 different states, which is cool. We've got our Cartersville office, we've got our Woodstock office, and then we have our Chattanooga as our newest location. So we're super pumped about that. I am barred in both states, which means I can practice law in both of those states. It's super cool. And we have an attorney up there who just came on board. So we're really excited to get that practice off the ground. We have about almost 20 staff members now, and we're continually, growing. It seems like we're hiring constantly, and I kind of like that. Some of it is taxing. Some of it's hard to keep on going through interviews, but it still helps the firm. So, I'm here for it. I think the hardest part about being the owner of Pritchard Injury Firm is, you have to, I think if you're doing it right, you have to be selfless, meaning, you have to put others first. You have to put your clients first. You have to put your staff first. And that's really, really a big struggle of mine, is just to always remember, you got to take time for yourself too, right? You gotta pour into yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do is a little bit better in 2024 is pour into myself, to take care of ZP as well. I like to have a lot of fun with my staff. I got to be honest, we have a lot of fun around here. We cut up and we kid, and we're kind of like I know it sounds cheesy, but we are kind of like a big family. We really do enjoy each other, and really, I think also that shows in our results. I mean, we get great results for our clients. So our firm is fantastic in all 3 locations. Great talent, great people. So I'm definitely proud that this is Pritchard Injury Firm.
Stay connected with the Law Dad, Zach Pritchard, across all your favorite platforms. Dive deeper into the stories, insights, and behind-the-scenes moments that make the Law Dad your go-to podcast. Follow us on Facebook for updates and community shoutouts. Catch inspiring snippets on Instagram. Connect with Zach on LinkedIn for professional insights. And don't miss our exclusive content on YouTube. Find our social media links in the description of today's show. Follow us now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Join us next time on The Law Dad when we interview A.T. Barnes, coach, dad, and owner of Barnes Performance. I can't wait. This guy's awesome. So stay tuned.
This show is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute tax, investment, or legal advice. Please consult with a qualified professional before taking any action.